Coach, congratulations on Thursday night win. Give us your opening thoughts and we'll open it for questions.
I told the team, there's no ugly babies. You get a baby no matter what it looks like, you love it. And so we'll take the win. It was a hard fought win. Credit to Sam Houston. They played a great game. They competed. I knew they would. We found a way to hold on. Found a way to hold on. Didn't play great. Part of that was because of them. Part of that was because of coaching. We didn't do a great job of getting our guys ready to go, but we found a way. And I think when you're trying to be a championship program, you go through challenging games, and is there doubt? And you're looking at did they waver? And our guys didn't waver in the belief that somebody was going to make a play. We obviously made there at the end. We made it close. I told them they had to go 99. We let them go 96. But we got to stop there a couple times. And so I'm pleased with the victory. Obviously, that we know we can clean some things up. Don't have a lot of time to do that because we got to flip around real quick. But it's an emotional night for our guys as well because it is mental health awareness month, suicide prevention month, and obviously we went through a lot of that here. Obviously we dealt with some of that, so I think there was an emotional part of that as well. But we'll take it, and I think that's 3-0 in the conference and 5-0, so we'll celebrate it.
Coach, you kind of said it a different way than I was going to say it. They don't ask you how, they just ask you how many. And you get to 5-0.
Yeah, you got a beautiful young baby.
Yeah, I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But going back to those final plays there, Kobe Singleton, 3 PBUs on 5 of the last offensive plays they ran. How about his resiliency to bounce back after the PI call?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough PI call. I thought we had some penalties go against us that hurt us and some that could have been called that weren't. But for him to overcome that and specifically the 2 in the end zone, huge plays. I almost picked the one off. And then he had that one. That was big. We knew they were probably going to go to that guy. We put him over there for a reason. And when he needed to step up, he made a huge play. And he's probably the most competitive corner I've been around as far as just everything is a competition for him when he rises to the top. And it was good to see him mature. Normally, if he gets a PI like that, that would have wrecked him. He would have been so upset, and he wasn't. He just got back there and played, and that's great for him and his future.
Offense tonight had a lot of yards, maybe not as many points as you would have thought coming into this one, but just looking at the number of yards. Overall, how do you grade out how your offense performed? Caden Salter hit some plays down the field, maybe missed on a couple. How would you grade it out?
Yeah, I think when we go back and look, you're going to see some plays that if we just, if we hit them here a little bit, we'd probably, score some touchdowns, and then, you got a lot of yardage and you're feeling pretty good about it. Our penalties set us back. We were sloppy there. There were some ones that made it 3rd and long, so some foolish penalties. We get down there on the goal line, and we get really 2 bad calls back to back, and where we're at the 5-yard line and we end up at the 20 or whatever. And so we didn't help him from a coaching standpoint, help our offense. But I thought it was just everybody. Again, we need to watch the video, but if you watch, we had plays be made, and somebody took their turn of maybe not doing exactly what they should have, and it caused us to not be able to execute at the level we needed to. We got a wheel route running wide open, but our receiver is supposed to run a certain route. He doesn't, and so they're on top of each other. That happens. And then we got a guy get the wrong signal, and he goes the wrong way. We get a tackle for loss. And I think that was what I was most disappointed in. We just weren't clean, especially coming off, an open week. You hope you executed a better play. But we moved the ball, but I think the penalties hurt us, and just we missed some things that could have really put that game out of hand. And then you obviously missed the kicks, and that makes it tight, and everybody's tight in there, and so you could probably squeeze some diamonds out of some guys on the sideline over there. It got so tight.
And a little thin tonight as well with the just missing some guys. Quentin gets banged up there at halftime. I don't think I saw Noah play tonight. I mean, just how much did that factor into things?
Well, I think Quentin getting banged up and Billy Lucas didn't play, so you got some guys there. We had to use Aaron Biggin more in certain areas, and then so then they know you're using him in certain ways, so that they're able to identify that. Noah was hurt and got hurt actually. I think it was in practice, and so he probably could have played if we had really had to. But not having a guy out there that can win one-on-ones consistently, because of the way they were trying to do some things. So here's with our team, we're still growing, and I think we all think we should be here, and we're still learning. And everybody knew for us that we're playing. They do different things to us that they don't show on video sometimes, and so we adjust. And when you have younger players, and maybe it takes them a little longer to make those adjustments, and then you wish if they were here longer in the process. So, am I disappointed how we finished on offense? 100%. We had a chance to finish the game, but I'm not disappointed in the result. I'm more disappointed we could execute better. And that's our goal. Is I want us to play our best, and I'll live with what happens. You know, we didn't play our best, and we found a way. So we'll move forward. Hopefully, get better next week. We'll need to be better next week.
I know you prefer to win every game by 30, but that's just not reality. Is it good for your team to go through a game like this as you go into the meat of the schedule, and then also for your defense to be the unit on the field to close the game?
Yeah, I think anytime if you're trying to be a championship program, you got to go through those games that are close and it's going either way. Could go either way. You got to find a way to finish that. We had a chance to finish on offense with 2 consecutive drives, really 3, I think. Well, 2, yeah, 2. Missed a field goal and then went down and had to punt again. But we had chances. We didn't. But the defense was able to do that. So I think it's good that you go through that. And let me say this: our crowd and that last drive was outstanding. It was loud. It made those guys, made the opposing team have to really listen and do something. They were tremendous, and we have an unbelievable home field advantage there here. And I want to give our student body and our fans a lot of credit for that because they made that a challenging place there, especially in that fourth quarter. So.
How challenging is it to play and prepare for a team that is winless and has a different level of desperation, just trying to transfer all the work they put in Sam Houston State into a win?
Well, I mean, they're hungry, and you hope that you're as hungry or even more, right? And because when you are desperate, you're going to play and you're going to lay it on because you want that joy in the locker room. And the last 2 weeks they've had it, and they've sort of slipped away. And as I said, they've got a championship program, championship mindset. So we knew that they would play well. But also I thought we would play well and match that. And I think we did. We wanted to win just as much as they did. You saw us compete for all those 4 quarters. We just didn't execute cleanly and made that game there where we had chances to put it away. That's the thing that I take from it. But what hard preparing for them, you knew what they're going to bring. Our program, our standard is the same.
Coach, arguably your biggest challenge now is the turnaround. How do you deal with that? And also maybe ride the momentum of this win going into that?
Well, it obviously is a quick turnaround. Anytime you play in a shorter week, it's challenging, especially if you go on the road. And so, your team, instead of having a day off tomorrow, they got to come in and clean this one, put it to bed, and then you got to start getting ready for the opposing team. And they obviously have a day jump start on you because they played last night. And so we did some planning and some practice for them during the bye week, so it's not like it's going to be brand new. But I think the hardest challenge, not necessarily for coaches, but I think for players, is they're out of their routine of, hey, I get my day off, I can work through these things. You gotta turn it quick, and you gotta flip that switch quick. And so we'll have to be smart on how much we do tomorrow and Saturday because this was a tough physical game. But we've got to get ready to go down there and play a great team and go on the road in this league.
CJ Daniels coming down with some big, tough catches tonight. How much did that mean to you guys just to be able to get those big chunks of yards?
Well, I mean, when he made them, they were huge. They were obviously in big moments, and whether they were third down or got us a chance to get in the red zone, he made some big plays. And even the ones that he missed, I mean, they were unbelievable, almost great catches. He made the misses look phenomenal. And anytime you got a guy that if you put it in his vicinity, he's got a chance to make a play. I mean, that's a comfort level for the quarterback. And we obviously targeted him, and we had chances to make some big plays, and we made a lot of them, missed some too. But anytime you have somebody hey, this guy's going to win, you feel good about it.
Coach, considering that along those same lines, how important was it to be balanced offensively in the first half, considering just how they kind of limited some of those big explosive runs in the second half there?
Yeah, I'm looking here. We were 191 and 257. We had some sacks. Obviously, you look at balance different, right? Like, hey, what is balance? It's not like even. It's, hey, can we run it when we need to run it? Can you make and so, but to be able to make the throws that we were able to, but also we didn't have all the explosive plays, but I thought we had some big ones. The challenge was, I think, with our running game was we get a great play on first down, and the second down somebody blow an assignment, we'd be 3rd and 6 again instead of 2nd and 3. And so it was one of those games there from that trying to be balanced. You almost got out of some of your game plan because of what was happening and maybe stuff they were doing to us and how we weren't maybe performing to the capability that we could.
Last question for Coach.
Coach, emotions were really high in that last minute with the penalties. Then also there was a whistle for some sort of stoppage or timeout that kind of gave Sam Houston an extra timeout. What did they tell you? Why was that whistle blown?
What did they say? I was probably yelling at them, so I don't know what they did say. So I thought they pushed our quarterback out of bounds at 15 yards. If we'd have done that, we'd have had a 15-yard. But I think it was something they were trying to see if he was down or not, which I don't know. I can't remember exactly what he said, but there was a lot of emotions there, and it was especially on the PI, and then it went down there. And so, but they had a hard job, and they did a nice job tonight. But yeah, I'm gonna find out. We'll go out. I'm gonna ask what he told me. I can't remember.
All right, Coach.
Obviously didn't like it, so.
You didn't.